Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Are we live? Let me see. Audio? No audio? Yes, audio. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Are we live? Let me see. We're pretty quiet right now, it seems. No audio? Yes, audio. So testing, 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 testing. All right, I think that's a little bit better, right? We're pretty quiet right now, it seems. Okay, I think the audio sounds good now. We don't have our video camera on. Let me see if I can fix that. And let me mute my playback so you guys don't hear that. There we are. Look at that. We got audio. What is going on in my background? You see that halo? It's like a halo of white, like right. Wait, how do I? Like that. Can't tell. Looks weird. Wait. Let me see this. I think it's just having a hard time processing all that white background. It's kind of funny. Look at this. It's like slowly turning red over time. As it does like a little playback loop of whatever stuff. That's kind of interesting. All right, hello everybody. Welcome back. I'm Big Given here. So today we're gonna get a little bit into Godot and some other stuff like that because we need to compile Godot backend to have terminal commands, which I do know that Godot has a plugin for that, but we want to build our own plugin because we might need it for future reference. So we need to build it out and design it. With that in mind, I need to basically use AI because I have no freaking clue what I'm doing. I've tried this twice now and it was unsuccessful both times. Well, like I've compiled, but it didn't compile and then work. Like see the other side of it. So we got to figure this out and like, you know, get this to work. Actually, should I just like front face this like right here? Boom. Yeah, let's just do that. Now we're like a little more centered or something like that. Okay. Also, is my video not reversed? I normally reverse my video so I can be able to point to a thing on the screen, but it is not reversed. Let me reverse that. Transform. Flip horizontally. There, that way I can be like, hey, over here on this side of the screen, we can see something. Over there on that side of the screen, we can see something. That way I can point and like it matches the screen because it's mirrored. Because yeah, my video needs to be mirrored. Okay, there we go. Okay, so as you can tell here, we're trying to basically make it so we can import this terminal backend into Godot, so we can be able to run like very simple, be able to have like a input thing here we can type in and then press enter and it pops back out the return of the command prompt kind of stuff, the terminal kind of stuff. So very basic terminal, like GUI up front at least here. Then from there we need to be able to do a lot of UI stuff because really my whole dream for this application I want to build is just trying to build out something that can basically be a nice looking terminal, because terminals are scary to a lot of people when they see a black box and they think of it as a black box. They don't know what's going on in the background. So we're going to do some other shenanigans to see if we can figure this out. I'm going to pull up Copilot here on the side because it's easy. Or actually, I wonder if ChatGPT. I don't really use ChatGPT that much just because I don't have a subscription. I'd rather use Copilot, which is basically on ChatGPT. Let me see. Right here, ChatGPT. I am human. Cloudflare, come on. All right. I need help writing, or I need help making a, what do you call this? We're going to say, I need help making a terminal emulator using Godot. So I need to figure out how to compile Godot in to include my own modules for terminal commands, and then be able to call on those modules in Godot as I make the front end UI. Can you give me the steps for that, please? Absolutely. Let's make this custom terminal emulator. Blah blah blah. Of course. All right, creating a custom module in C++, compile the Godot engine module. All right, step 1, install requirements. We need Python. Why do we need Python 3? There's no need for Python in this project. Scons. Oh, yeah, true. Scons is technically a Python scripting, I think, or some sort. C++ compiler, Linux is G++, optionally claim, blah, blah, clone Godot source. Okay, so here, let me pull up my Visual Studio. Do I have Visual Studio up? I do have Visual Studio up. So we can be able to, like, see stuff. All right, so over here we got ourselves basically my waterfall terminal. That's basically the code name for this project I'm building. We have the backend, which has the C++. Literally all it is something I've copied from AI, to be honest. I haven't really programmed C++ before, which I really want to learn how to program C++. So I probably should go do a whole bunch of coding tutorials and whatnot with C++. But we got class here. Let me get rid of this thing. Yeah, so we got this backend. We're basically trying to create this class object backend that basically makes it so it inputs strings into a wait. This actually doesn't do anything. I just realized this doesn't do squat. I got the Godot C++ library. I got my waterfall terminal UI. Okay, this is like the Godot. This is the Godot project. So, all right. ChatGPT, tell me what to do. So we clone Godot engine. Make sure you're on version you want, 4.2 stable. Create a custom module, cd modules, make director, terminal, cd terminal. Wait, this is completely different than what I was doing. Terminal.h, terminal.cpp. File Godot with the module. Back to the root directory. This will output a bin./Godot executable you can use. Test your module in Godot. Wait. Is that how we want to approach this? We need a terminal instance. And it does grab our output. Build the UI. Okay, yeah, let's follow the instructions here. We got here. So I'm gonna go here. Let's pull out a terminal on our Visual Studio Code just because it makes it easier. Because it puts us right where we want to be, basically. So let's do cd. Actually, we'll just do it right here. We'll just do it right here in this overarching directory of waterfall terminal. So we're gonna git clone because this is the project right there. All right, we're gonna git clone the Godot thing. We're gonna cd Godot. Oh, whoops. It needs to download. That is a very slow download. That's like when I was in high school, kind of speeds of downloading. I remember when in high school, me and my brother, we'd always complain about the internet speed because we had, I think it was DSL internet. So it was like 300 kilobytes a second, I believe, was like our peak. But oftentimes we'd be dropping down to 50 to 100 kilobytes. And it was horrible. It would take us days to download things. Like I remember, I think I was trying to download StarCraft 2 at the time when it first came out. And I think it took me a solid 2 days to download StarCraft 2. And finally, when I downloaded it, I was able to play. And then it updated the next day, and I was like, frick. I loved it. Loved StarCraft 2 at the time. This is a slow freaking download. Is this being throttled by chance? Maybe it is. Let me add a new CD projects. LSCD. We're trying to do. Where are we? What are we doing? We're trying to be open workspace. LS. Yeah, that's what we're. All right, LS. Okay. Yeah, let's see if we can beat this. Because it's only, you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna do it here. See if this maybe C++ is like slow. Who knows? No, it's just that slow. Frick. Like, at least that's a megabyte a second. Frick, that's slow. Gosh. Okay. Well, we're gonna sit here for a hot second while that downloads. I guess we could probably kind of work on the front end a little bit. Like, we don't need to have that back end to like make our front end look good and whatnot. So I think for starters, we gotta create the very basics of the basics. So for anyone that doesn't know, we had a live stream where we basically modeled out what our terminal would look like. So this is basically what we kind of imagined. So we had a box for the minimize, box for directory, or we have a button for minimize maximize, which would populate. I'm trying to think through this a little bit because we don't need a minimize maximize, like just basic UI design. We don't need a minimize maximize button when there's nothing to minimize or maximize. So that could be a button where it's like over here instead, which makes a little bit more sense because you would want to minimize maximize while you're on the line, which when you're on the line, you're at the line end oftentimes. So maybe we adjust this so there's the minimize maximize button on the end of the thing. I think that might be what we do. We can basically make it so, all right, so we have this. This is line. All right, so we got our HBox container. Minimize maximize button, which I think we want to put at the end of our minimize of this. So the minimize maximize button is over here. We probably need to make this button into like a icon of some sort. We could make this Helldivers theme. Should we make this Helldivers themed? I totally know. I have a bunch of Helldivers assets. Yeah, like minimize, maximize. Here, that could be minimized, and that could be maximized. Oh, wait, no. Do I have other icons? I swear I have other icons. No? I don't think so. Maybe not. All right, fine. This is supposed to be a really rough sketch of how this works anyway. So we'll have minimize, maximize. So we're at minimize, maximize. We gotta have the dir. Except for the dir is like, wait, what is this dir object? This is a rich text label. Why is the so teensy though? Fill content? It's been a while since I've used Godot, so this is gonna be a little like just a refresher of just how certain objects do certain things. Why is rich text label? Why are you go Copilot? In Godot, how do I Display everything in a rich text label. It's teeny and not filling the space. Alright, let's see. To make a rich text label in Godot, blah blah blah. Ensure the rich text label size, flag, horizontal fill. So it says size, horizontal left, tab size. Wait, what is this? Don't know if I can see what that means. Scroll filling, active filtering, fill content. Oh, that kind of like made it so like it went down rather than out. We want it to go the other way. Markup, threading. Wait, text selection. Selection enabled on. Yes, we do. We'll want that on technically later on. We're gonna probably overwrite a lot of stuff at some point because we're gonna programmatically build this thing out, not like actually be a game. How like you set up scenes and whatnot. This would actually probably work such that like when I boot it up, it builds all these things from scratch. Because I like programmability more than anything else. How's our download doing? Our download of Godot is going so slow. Look at this. 16%. Is this something to do with... I wonder if this is something to do with something else. Let me do something. Testing. I think we just went out for a second there. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I think I think we're back. Wait, I just realized that we actually want this to be a selectable button. Right? Because the directory, you want to be able to select it or right click it and go back. Huh. I'm kind of thinking. So when you click the directory button, so we oh gosh darn it. Let me pull out this. All right. When you click the directory button, let me put it over here really quick. So when you click the directory button, I think we want to do something here, right? On click, you will basically, so you click the directory, it will copy it, or I think it would be good to copy, right? So when you click the directory button, it will copy the directory. We could make it automatic to do that. Copy. Draggable to select a certain thing. We need a right click. Okay, so we actually, there's a few things that we're gonna need to build out. We're gonna need to build out a right click functionality. How do I? So this is gonna be a right click functionality right here. Yeah, because it'll be a game. What happens when you right click in video games? It does something. So when you right click functionality, it's gonna be a pop-up. It'll be this kind of pop-up. When right click on object makes this pop up. Object object. Okay. So we'll need. I guess this is where it could be dynamic. It could do like a few different things. For example, if it's right clicking on the directory, it will. You can go up a directory. Go up a directory. You can go. What's like all the things you can do on a directory? Make new file. Make new folder. Basically what it would do is like these buttons, like when you right click on the directory, it'll make a new file under that directory or make new folder under that directory. And it would queue up a command on the terminal that would do make dir or make tx blah 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 txt and like do those kind of things. That way you don't really do that necessarily on the command line, but you can do it on the command line if you want. So it'd be pretty good for navigation in that sense. Trying to think through how, so you can make new file, make new folder, because I'm kind of liking the idea that like you have these commands, but you also have this persistent file explorer that's happening at the top of your thing, which is kind of just telling you what's going on a bit. It's just like a very output driven like top section that helps you know what to do. I think that would be like our like best bet of what we want to do with this stuff. We need to figure out how to get this to work though. How the frick do you get this to work? Okay, what did this say? Use container. If your text and the code, use that. If you're using BBC formatting, do we line edit min max? The button. What other objects types are there? I gotta go and like review what kind of objects there are and such. We got text editors. We got containers. We got a buttons. Link button. Wait, what's a link button? That represents a link. Okay, well, yeah, that makes sense. Link button. Got text editors. We got code edit. Okay, we got color rectangles. Okay, those are all the basics. Tab bar. What's tab bar? Control that represents a horizontal bar with tabs. Tab container. Only this is in charge of drawing tabs, not interacting with children. Interesting. Okay. We don't care about 3D nodes at all. That's all gaming stuff that we don't need to worry about. So we're just messing with buttons, really. We're just making a lot of different buttons. Is there any other things here that we need to worry about? Nah. Really, it's just all the objects that we have at our disposal are just right here. We got a scroll bar. Probably gonna need a vertical scroll bar at some point. What does a vertical scroll bar do for us? I don't know what it does for us. Let me press play for a second. Just see. What does the scroll bar do for us? Nothing. Doesn't do squat for us. Okay. Our thing is maximizing. My Linux is very touchy. Very touchy thing indeed. I want to widen this up a bit. We're gonna over widen things just because we're in like development mode, so it doesn't matter what we're messing with too much. All right, I'm used to scroll. Wait, we want scroll bar to be on the left because we almost want the scroll bar. Oh. Okay, so you know how in Visual Studio Code you have where is it? You have this where when where I need to here. Where's a file that is I mean, this is when I just need to use the whatever thing. Yeah, you see over here on the right. This is basically like a minimized version of the entire view of the script. I'm wondering if we almost can do that, but on the terminal itself. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea at all. I like that idea. We're thinking a lot of features. We're gonna need viewports then. Yeah, we're gonna need a viewport. We're gonna need a viewport container. And the viewport container is literally going to be the entire size of the recognizable command prompt. I think that's how we gotta build it out, right? Here, do I have Godot up? Give me a second. Or not Godot, GitHub. I need to get my GitHub up. I'm gonna pull up my GitHub project and I'm not signed into GitHub. Wait, what? Why? I'm trying to sign into GitHub. Give me a second. I'm gonna authenticate. That's what happens when you're actually using GitHub all the time professionally. Let me go to one of my projects. All right, so this is my waterfall scrum. Okay, this is our thing, which this is actually incorrect. We didn't. Yeah. Oh wait, no, that's to do. We're trying to do that today, except for it's for some reason taking forever to download the Godot engine. Should we just go straight to like the Godot website and like actually like download it from here? Like this isn't that big of a thing, is it? Is it? Maybe it is. Let me quickly do something else here. Yeah, it's freaking slow. Why is it so slow? I want to just download this as a zip. Is it gonna be faster that way? That's so slow. Why? Is Godot that big of a repository? How do you see the size of this repository? Anybody know? Sorry, my voice is going crap. I did like a 3.8 mile run today, like after like barely a mile a day with my dog, just because like my wife is like, I'll take the dog, and I am dead. Like, and our AC's out, which is freaking hot here. We have a teensy bit of AC, but not that much. I don't see how I do this. All right, so we got bubble containers. This is all right. We got pin bubble components, minimize output bubbles under input bubbles, custom themes, custom backgrounds, opacity, minus command bubbles to get rid of them. Yeah, that's a feature that I thought up of for this. Command setup page. Custom text and animations, click hyperlinks, file directory management, custom fonts, in-app alias config, cursor input. Yes, input command line commands, create history log, create input output modules, waterfall hotkey setup. All right, we gotta add another thing in here. So we want to add Visual Studio Code like scroll. This is going to be dev GUI. Yes, right? That's how is that how I was, yeah, dev GUI. So that's a feature I was gonna do. I'll right click. I think we want to add a right click menu. I think yeah, let's do a right click menu. I think this is more of a integration kind of thing because it's going to do a lot of commands that are under the other stuff. What else do we want? Oh, did it download? It did download. Yeah, it downloaded. Why the flip was my one thing taking forever to do anything? Let me go to projects, workspace, waterfall. Let's just plop all of this in there, I guess. I don't know why my terminal's being so slow. But hey, we got our terminal. Okay, let me throw our one thing back on. Where's our ChatGPT? Alright, ChatGPT, redirect us. We are trying to go here. So we have Godot. We have all the things of Godot. Alright, so we cloned it. Check out. Let me see. Where are we? CD Godot. Get status. Did it bring in the Godot untrack no files commit? Literally, it's not even telling us if we're what rank it. Yeah. Wait. Oh, because we are in a repository. We're in my repository, my waterfall terminal repository. That's why. All right. Create a custom module. So we want to CD modules. Make dir terminal. Wait, is that what we want to call it? Terminal. Yeah, CD terminal. Terminal. Create these files. Okay, so we want to do vim. Oh, whoops. We want to do vim. We're gonna do. I feel like I'm on. At work, I have to. I program on a Mac, so I have to like switch all my commands because you have to do the command key in Mac rather than control key. I think I should be able to switch that. I should switch that on my MacBook so I can like stay together in one thing. All right, let's do register type. You know what? We'll just do it from here. Let's go to terminal, which is empty. We're gonna do new file. We're gonna do register type .cpp. All right, and then copy this code. We have include register types terminal.h, void initialize terminal module p level module with that. Register class uninitialize terminal module. Okay. Wait. Register types.cpp. Register types.h. Oh yeah, because you kind of need like h files. I don't know exactly what the register types.h files. They're like a helper file for these things. I think I don't know exactly how they work, to be honest. But we'll go with it. I need to learn. I need to learn C++ so bad. I'm just not set up to do C++. So we have our register file, we have our terminal, or we're gonna make a terminal.h file. Wait, are all these under the same directory? Create these files. I think so. I think we're creating all these in the same directory. Terminal.h. Okay, terminal.h. Okay, copy that code, paste. Let me just take a whoops. Save. Sure. I just make a meander of what's going on here. We got include core terminal run command. Okay, cool. So we're running commands and stuff. Using this stuff. Okay, cool. Terminal.cpp. And this is where we actually have the real terminal. Run, failed to run command. We pipe string. We push the result back through as a return of our string terminal. Okay, cool. Sounds good. All right, so save that. It's marking red. Why is this red? What's going on here? I don't know exactly. I'm going to assume that our compiler is going to tell us what's wrong. Okay, back to the root directory. Okay, we're sheeting back. cd.ls. Are we back at the root directory? No, I don't think we are. pwd cd.ls. All right, where's the root directory? Or back to the root directory. Does that mean we're at the? Okay. Since we're on Linux, we're going to speed this up by a flip ton by doing 8 cores. SCON's not found? Is it just that this terminal doesn't? Yeah, I think that just that terminal doesn't know what it's doing. ls, where are we? cd Godot ls. All right. SCON. All right, building, generating files, doing all this thing. That's right, compile fast. Look at that go. We're compiling, guys. That is compiled. Compilers. We should go and do like a whole C++ tutorialage stuff. Because like what? Isn't most I know Unreal Engine is programmed in C++. Like Godot is clearly this program in C++. Maybe we should go learn C++, right? Let's just become a master of C++. Basically, if we can master C++ and Python, we can be the data masters of the galaxy. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I'm not a master. I'm good at Python. I recognize Python. I can read Python. I can make Python scripts. But then when it comes to like little knick-knacky kind of like cool things you can do with Python, I know a few tricks. I don't know all of them though. I just need more experience, of course. Which is why I try to program every day when possible. Just find some kind of automation that I can do in my life and then just automate it. Whether it be at my job or whatever. I made a few scripts at my job, which is kind of fun. And a few programs that are actually kind of helpful, but we'll see. On my team at my job, I like basically have my own little like tools I have on my computer to do a bunch of my tasks like at pretty good speeds. Everybody else is set in their ways, so I don't know exactly how my things can help them because it's kind of hard to like when you have a flow to like change that flow up. I would love to automate a lot of my work with things, but the thing is I am kind of a front forward like client facing position. It's like a client facing developer, I would call it. So it was kind of interesting. Gotta love compiling. Compiling is amazing. While this is compiling, why don't we like maybe? Is there like a what's in a website we can like program challenges? Learn to program in C++. Isn't there like some like websites that let you kind of Code Academy. I don't know. The free course. Learn C++. Let's try this. Do I have to? Maybe we can sign in as good. All right, I'm signed in. Let's do this thing. All right. C++ is a programming language created by Bjarne Stroup and his team at Bell Laboratories in 1979-49. Okay, we don't need the history. It's derived of C. The goal is to add object-oriented programming to C, a language well respected its portability and low-level functionality. So why C++? It's fast and flexible, blah, blah, cool. All right, let's get into it. Question? Press the next button. Oh, there we are. The bottom of the screen. Next button. Hello world, guys. We're gonna do hello world. Yeah. Oh, hey, no. We do not. We do not want this. I don't want to be given stuff right off the bat. Not necessarily. All right, take a look at the C++ file in the code editor. This is placed in the middle of the screen. It's a C++ program. File name. For anyone popping in, we're kind of waiting for a compiler. We're waiting for some compiler stuff. So that's why we're gonna do some C++ coding 101. Restaurant. Okay, you know what? Fine. I'll do this. All right. So include IO stream. Okay, I'm guessing this is their kind of like equivalent of an import statement. I'm guessing. So it's a hashtag. That's not a comment, is it? No, that can't be a comment because hashtag in Python's a comment. So I'm guessing hashtag is just like some declaration of a thing. So include IOStream, which is a library. I'm guessing that makes it so you can write to the command line. Because IOStream is just command line 101. All right, int main, meaning this is a. Wait, why int? Why int? I don't get the int. Integer? But this is outputting. This is count. So standard count. I'm so confused at what that does. Like, what is this and what does this do? I understand like what count is, or coat. I'm guessing that's count. And the std is like standard output. And that's like a line ending thing. So this is some kind of function that does something, but is it an object function? I'm like, come on. Stuck. Wait. The terminal's the back panel on the right. It should be a black right now. The code. Before we explain, while the mojo is, let's run the program. See what it start. Blah blah blah. Get stuck. Hint. Want to clear review something code community support. Okay. Okay. Cool. All right. So, high five. We just got your first program to run. C++, like most programming languages, runs line by line. From top to bottom, here's the structure of a C++ program. All right, includes libraries. All right, makes sense. The main function, beginning of function, end of function, what the program does. All right, that makes sense. In between the curly braces is what we're going to focus on right now. So std count is the character output stream. It pronounced cout. Wait, really? I just say std, but it's just because I never actually understood what it truly meant. I just know it was like standard out or something like that. Not cout. Was that? Is it truly cout? That's like interesting, huh? That is very interesting. So basically, std count. Hello world. / new line. End of line. Booyah. Did you see count to output Godot? I did. Wait. Yes? Wait, I'm confused. Alright, so what is the operator that comes right after it? What kind of operator though? Operators. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulo. I love modulos. They're very handy. Increment. Increase the value of the operand by 1. That's interesting. Oh, yeah. I've used that before. And then decrement. I don't really use decrement too much. Alright, makes sense. All that makes sense. So is this like the equal sign almost? Okay, here we are. Relations. Oh, wait, no. That's different. Equal to, not equal to, greater than, less than, greater than, equal to, less than, equal to. Cool. Logical operators, and, or not. Makes sense. All things I understand. Alignment operators equals assignment. Yep, assigns to a variable. Add the assignment. Add and assign, I mean. Subtract and assign, multiply and assign. This is literally all the same thing in Python, so it's not too hard. Okay, output generated by this code will be that bitwise. Okay, here is what we want. Bitwise operators perform operations on individual bits of integer operands. They manipulate data at the binary level and are commonly used in system programming, embedded systems, and optimization techniques. This is the stuff that we like. So bitwise and functions. Wait. Performs AND operation on each pair of the corresponding bits. Or performs the OR operation on each pair of corresponding bits. Perform the XOR. 1 second, my wife is messaging. She's telling me that the cookie bar that I brought her is not as good as she might like. Darn. I knew actually she wasn't gonna like it too much, but whatever. Alright, shift left. Shift the bits to the left by specified positions. Wait, what? Why do we need? Wait, what? So A and B. Wait, what does this do? Character output stream. So cout. Oh, I see. This is cout. Cout. So in your standard line of command, you're going to cout or character output this. And these are the bits. So basically to the right of it is what you're outputting as the starting point, I'm guessing. So for in this example, we have cout, A and B, cout, or then the next A and B, and then endl. What the frick is endl line? End line? What the frick is end line? Oh, it's a new line. I think that's what that is. That's a new line. Huh. I just realized my camera is very red. Yeah, my camera's very red. Can I fix that? Contrast. white balance. Ooh, sneeze. All right. I don't know. Is my white balance actually doing anything? 1 second. I gotta like fix this white balance thing because it's gonna bother me now. Now that I saw it. Also, it's being a pain in the butt for some reason. Don't know why. Which direction should I be going in the white balance spectrum? A little better. I think it's just doing automation stuff though. It's like doing its own thing. Precrement increments the value first and then returns the value, while C is the post increment. Returns the current value first, then increments the variable. Interesting. I never actually tried to. I always did value plus plus because I normally don't actually call that value right then and there. I use it later. Yeah, interesting. So if you like do I or print I plus plus, you're seeing I but not the plus plus. That happens after once you call I again. Interesting. Never knew that. See, these are the little things that you just gotta learn when you gotta do like coding practices and like figuring out how languages work sometimes. Because all of them are pretty universal across all languages. Hey, our compile's done. Wait, no, cannot find no such file or directory. Wait, that no good. That's no good at all. Help me, AI. Help me. Wait, where am I? Where am I? I got like too many things up on my screen. Compile. Why is my thing not letting me expand? Python or Linux, what are you doing? What are you doing to me? Wait, we compile Godot with the module scons blah 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 target editor platform equals, and then we do that. All right, test your module in the GitHub build UI or terminal UI. I had issues compiling. This error means your system is missing C++ standard library or the linker can't find it. Specifically, you can't find library std_c++, which is required to link any C++ program, including Godot. Alright, what the error means? This means linker is told to link blah, but couldn't find the actual library on your system. Usually this means that the library std development package is not installed. Okay, how do I do that? On Ubuntu, on Fedora, here we are. We're on Fedora, or Fedora-like. Where's our terminal? Terminal. Ugh, you gotta be kidding me. Fedora, just freaking install. And receiving the address. Oh, yes, we gotta. RPM. Or wait. What the frick? I'm so sick of this. This is one thing I don't like about Fedora is it just doesn't let you install. stuff with like other things. It clearly understands what you're doing, but it doesn't want you to do it, which is so annoying. All right, we want RPM OS tree. Wait, why isn't it working? Group install. Wait, what? Gosh, I'm so freaking annoying. We're not Arch Linux, so it won't work that way. Oh, I didn't know that I should be creating dev toolboxes. I've been like overriding my Fedora system to be able to like do what I needed to do. So maybe I do make a dev kind of area to do stuff in my thing. Yes, that's. Wait, why? Yes, create a dev box so I can create and do stuff. Bazite's such amazing. It's great because it can game, but when you want to start doing stuff, it makes it it's a very big pain to like do stuff. Like I'm on Linux because I want to do stuff, but I like Bazite because I can game easily and it has like takes care of basically all the other gaming drivers I need to worry about. So it's like super helpful. I could probably copy Bazite's formula of what module or things I should probably be using, but yeah. It is required to create downloading registry. Yes, create a container, enter container with enter container. Okay. Yay, we're in a bash container now. Sorry, you guys want to see what I'm doing, right? Want to see all the weird shenanigans and stuff that I'm doing? What are we doing here? Download all these. Yes, I do want to do that. Download. All right, we downloaded them. Where are we? PWD. We are in our Godot area. All right. Wait, did I download like specifically? Yes, I did. Yes, I did do that specifically. Okay, so let's do Esconze. All right, let's let that compile and see if it does its thing. Compiling. We'll have to compile C++. It's slow, it's going. All right, let's go back to our little tutorial C++ because we're trying to program in C++. All right. Okay, I think I understand some stuff. Let's go back to our like little tutorial piece. Hey. All right. So is an operating that comes right after it. Hello world is what's being outputted. You can see double quotes. Like yeah, I know that stuff. That tells the computer that you are at the end of a statement is similar to a period in a sentence. Okay, yeah. Let's write the whole statement from scratch. Include the curly braces. Wait. Type the following and press run. All right, sure. Let's do that. Code Academy. Look at that. We did it. Booyah. What do you think this program will output? Output Code Academy. Okay, we can skip a few things here. I just need to learn the syntax. That's the main thing. I want to be able to do the syntax without AI. That'd be awesome. That'd be actually really good at what I do. we learn how to put a line of text with the following code. That's kind of cool. Wait, you can do... Wait, what? Wait a minute. You can do that on the command line? Like, a little JPEGs? Is that a thing? I don't know. I gotta go try this out now. Something like that. We can also output multiple lines by adding more. Blah, 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 blah. Wait, that will do it without doing an end line? Like, where, like... What? The backslash n, so I guess backslash n will make it go to a new line. Alright, so instruction. Instead of displaying those two lines in the output, edit the code so that we output the following pattern in the terminal. Easy peasy, right? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So I'm just gonna copy and paste. I'm gonna copy and paste that there. I'm gonna copy and paste this here. Then slash n. Then I'm gonna copy and paste this here. Then slash n. And I'm gonna copy and paste this here. And get rid of that. We don't need that. And run. Look at that. We're so good. We can C++, guys. We can C++. We did it in one line. One line. Woohoo, you've written a few C++ code run. I've written nothing. That was nothing. Unless you have learned C++ in a general purpose code and runs line by line. You can study output terminal. Good luck. Cool. Okay, before we move on, let's write a letter to your future self in letter.c++. Cool. Let's add the following. Goals for yourself. Name and date. Press run to mail the letter. It doesn't actually mail the letter. P.S. This letter will be returned when you complete this course. Oh. That's kind of cool. They actually store that for me. Dear. My wonderful self. You will think that one day you can code in C++, but really, you had it in you all along. Good luck in making cool tools. Sincerely. How do you spell sincerely? Your wonderful past self. Omega. Given. Alright, we gotta add like all of our like line little ending things here. Theoretically, isn't this language a no, like whatever language where it doesn't care about stuff? Oh, it really does not like new lines. Wait, really? I thought that you could do that. Wait, C++ it cares about white space? No, really? Wait, I'm so confused. Wait, C++ cares about what? Mostly doesn't matter to the compiler, but there are important exceptions. Here's a breakdown. C++ ignores white space when parsing code. Spaces, tabs, new lines between tokens. All of the above is valid and compiles the same. Indentations is purely for readability. White space, that does matter. There's a few cases where white space is significant. String literals, this is a string literal, so that would make sense. It becomes a syntax error. If you remove the space, interesting. You must not put a space between that and define. This would break. white space inside comments obviously affects what's matter, what's written. So we can't just do that per se. Wait, does that mean that like this is having a hard time doing its stuff? I'm trying to mess with it. Like this is how you learn. You gotta learn by breaking things. So I think you can actually just put stuff between stuff. So I can actually I don't even need this space here because this will go all the way to this end line. And now that includes all the spaces before it because it thought it was in that line. Interesting. We're learning about this stuff. Wait. Oh, I don't have a. Look at that. Dear my wonderful self. Should we add some tabbing in here? Let's add some tabbing. Why not? Look at that. Oof, that's I don't like that tabbing. Wait, really? Is it? Oh, okay. Yeah, just new line stuff. All right. Oh, hey, we have this finished with the air. You gotta be kidding me. Without touching your base OS. Layer DevTools into the OS. Less ideal. I really want to layer the package into the host. I might just do that. Provided by blah blah blah. It's not working. What's up there, Ravish? I am quite annoyed. It's not letting me compile this. Again, compilers. Even after rebooting. Oh, I guess I'm not necessarily rebooting right now because I'm in live stream. But it's not compiling even in my dev tool, my dev container, whatever you want to call that. What is this container thing? It's a container, dev container. My toolbox. It's a toolbox. Ah, darn it. ChatGPT is making me sign in. I got to do that. Cloudflare, Autumn, whatever stuff. Got to love it. Look at that. We're learning something, guys. We are learning. I don't care though. Here, let me log in with like. I gotta log into my ChatGPT thing so I can maybe. Oh, we just delete. Deleted my thing. It deleted my helper stuff. I needed to. My Godot project is not compiling in my Bazite, compiling on my Bazite system. It's outputting this. Here, if you guys want to see what I'm typing, this is what I'm typing. Okay, the error means the linker can't. I know what it means. Try installing the necessary toolchain and libraries. I did do that. Screw you. All right, let me try again. Let me try again. Maybe it's just because we're not cool. Gosh darn it! I'm trying to get okay. Updated loading reference provided loaded package installed. Wait, was it not installed? If you're also missing static versions, you may need. It wouldn't hurt to install, right? Yes. Complete. To be safe for building. Wait, where are we right now? PWD. We are in our Godot thing. Okay. To be safe for building Godot, you'll also want these, if not already installed. Let's go for it. It doesn't like my group install thing. It really don't like. Try. Okay, let's try this thing. Where's super user? Okay, sudo. I'm actually fine. Then try rebuilding. Where is my build? I don't think it's using all my time lapsed. Wait. Done building. Did it build? I'm so confused. I don't know if it built or not. It says done building. But did it? Did it build? Where would we see the built thing? Where would I see the built application? When you build with scons, you're going to place the bin folder of the source tree, the bin folder. All right, let's see if this works. Maybe. Save and close. I'm closing out my other terminal. All right. So now that we have this open, if I just type in terminal, wait. No results for terminal. It's not giving me a. One second. Let me go to my. Let me go here. All right, we call it terminal backend, right? Oh wait, no, that's not necessarily what we called it. That's what we called it in the other thing, not this thing. Where's the modules section? S, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. What? I swear there's a. There we are. Modules. We don't care about that. We care about the very bottom. We built these right here. Initialize terminal module. Uninitialized terminal module. String run command. Class object, class terminal. So there should be a class called terminal now in my Godot thing. Right? Right. Okay, so I need help being that it has a terminal object that runs code on the command line as I want to. Back end so I can build a terminal emulator in Godot. Got it. You want to do the okay. Quick hack. Proper solution. Build Godot in C++. If you go with the module and core, I went ahead and I'm trying to like tell. I need ChatGPT to guide me a little bit here. ChatGPT. I went ahead and compiled Godot main repo with some terminal C++ scripts under modules. Now how do I access those in the Godot? Yeah, I guess. What do you call it in the Godot application? Come on, give me the goodies. In your C++ code, you need something like this. Class. You have that right there. GD class terminal object. Bind method start shell. Read output, send input. I have it as just like a run command kind of thing right now, rather than that. So that we should be able to work it. Here, let's copy and paste this. Access your module in Godot. Okay, here we are. Let's do that. Let's pull up Godot. We want. Let's get rid of that. Wait, terminal is recognized. Wait, no, it says terminal. Okay. Terminal is not declared in the current scope. Are we? Did we even... I don't know, I'm so confused now. I have the rebuild emulator. We compiled Godot, so it has this module in it. But for some reason, this module isn't working. Not declared in current scope. I wonder if ChatGPT can help me with this. Well, I guess these things wouldn't work because I don't have it built like that exactly. I just have it built so you just send commands. That's all it does. You built Godot with a module under modules, but the error you pasted is about GD extension file. That's a completely different system. Godot's new extension mechanism. Right now, you've got things mixed. Models and module compiled into the engine itself after you build your class should exist natively. You don't need and shouldn't have a Godot extension file for that. Godot extension with the dynamically loads from a project without recompiling Godot. Since you chose modules, you can ignore the GD straight and stuff entirely. Fix steps, delete or rename terminal backend .gd extension in your project. That's what's triggering the error. Wait, make sure your module registers properly. Wait. True. This is true. These things are true. This is sensing our previous compiles of trying to get this to work. And we don't do that anymore. So how do we delete that? Make sure your modules in your project. How I can't remember how we did that though. How do I delete the GD extension? Yeah, I don't remember how I even built that, to be honest. You don't uninstall it from Godot itself. You just remove the files from your project. The GD extension is always a set of files inside your project folder, typically. Oh, it's that. Delete. Do we want... Yeah, we're gonna delete it. We're gonna delete it because we're building Godot from the ground up, guys. We're building Godot for our project. All right, how do we get this to like just do its thing? Terminal not declared in current scope. Okay. Give me a second. Let me go to here where we can see all our files and whatnot. So we have Godot, literally our compiled Godot. We have this backend crap we don't need anymore. We have this we don't need anymore because we're compiling Godot straight up. Compiling. I don't have anything referencing. I have this, but it shouldn't be looking at that because this is the project that's outside the project folders. So, what's the issue here? Terminal output, terminal input. I don't know. I'm just trying to. I need help with this. Come on, ChatGPT, help me out here. Come on, make it easy for me. Folder structure, Godot, modules, terminal. Yeah, I did do that. Your terminal class never got registered in the engine build. Godot doesn't know it exists. Let's walk through what's needed for a module to be visible. Okay, so it basically wants me to go recompile. Gosh, freaking darn. let me close out of this thing. Save and quit. We're gonna quit out of Godot. We're gonna repile Godot. In Godot, we're going to have modules. At the very bottom of modules, we have. Sorry, I'm lost. Terminal. There, yes, this. I have my 4 scripts. We got register types.h, terminal.cpp, and terminal.h. So register types. Looks a little different than what it's now giving me. Because right now I know that in the end this is going to look completely different when we build all of this later on. I'm just trying to get it to work initially. I need to get a very slim cut of what I want. Then I need to learn a little bit more about C++, recompile Godot with those things, and then rebuild the front end to be what I needed. So yes. Gosh, it's gonna be a journey of a time. Here, we're gonna just copy and paste everything it wants, basically. So we're gonna do terminal.c++. We're gonna do terminal.h. Save these files. We got terminal types. .c++. Which is this? Basically the same thing. What do you mean? What are we making? You ask, eh, Kevin? We are trying to build a terminal emulator because in Godot, because there's things that terminals, they're good, but not that good. Because so a terminal, when you're working as a developer, when I say terminal, just as a little reference. Wait, where am I? This is a terminal, right? You do ls, you do ls, pwd, you do all those commands, stuff like that. It's really very slimmed down what it needs to do. It does it. That's basically what it is. What I want to build is I want to build a new emulator, aka a new UI end of it, where it looks better, it looks nicer, a lot more friendly, and everything like that. So I'm trying to rebuild the whole front end of it. So right now, I want to rebuild the front end in Godot, which is a game making engine. But in order for that to happen and do all of the do all of the terminal functionality, I need to compile Godot from source with modules that I can use to basically send commands to the actual system. So I can actually use it as an emulator, aka do all the like CDing around and changing things, doing actual commands on the command line. So I'm trying to recompile it all and make it so it works. So I'm trying to get a very slimmed down version of what a terminal is, but built in Godot. And then from there, I will then go and build the UI that I want to build and everything. I actually have a diagram of it right here. So I built this in another live stream. This is basically what I want it to look like. So basically, you got your own command line, but they're all in bubbles and containers. That has a bunch of features that can minimize output, maximize output, pin things, delete command lines that you don't need anymore, or like you just want to get rid of. Now delete it from the history or stuff or something like that. And then you can have like aliases that are not written on the command line, but aliases written into the terminal emulator itself. Lots of features that terminals don't have. And I want to build it out. So that's basically what I'm working on. But in order to do this, we need to recompile our entire thing. Yes, a very GUI-centric terminal. Basically because I want to bridge that gap of like the scary black box and to like a average person, and like make it so that they can, like, other person can come in and look at it and be like, oh, that's not as scary as I thought. It's basically just a file explorer, but with a command line in it that they can learn to use, because it has lots of things that help you learn how to use it, rather than I look at this, I can type help, but what the frick does this mean? Like the person that types help for the first time doesn't know squat. They don't know what this means. They don't know what -p means, -s means, modes. What the frick does -AFPTP mean? Like type what? Type what? Like it's just not friendly at all. So I want to bridge this gap. If I can build this software to make it my dream, like what's in my head, it'll basically help people out and basically doing that. Might be nice for new users that move to Linux to help with the curve involved running very needed commands. That is true. Like I think it will help bridge that gap. I also think that I'm going to include a few things that a lot of developers wish they had almost always. And the biggest one that's the selling point to people that use the terminal daily is the minimize maximize button. So, for example, in a terminal, right? You type in help and you have this as your output from your help command, which is right here, right? So this is my command and it got help. I can't minimize this. It's just written to screen out or like SCD out. What if you could minimize it though? So I could literally just like click a button or do a command on my keyboard and it minimizes your previous output, making it so you can see things next to each other. You can kind of like build your own environment. That's something that I think all people that use the terminal would be like unanimously like, that's awesome idea. They would want it. And I probably could build my own terminal emulator from the ground up that's basically looks like this, that does that. But I want to do all my other features, all the GUI centric features. So yeah, that'd be sick. Make each command their own instance, right? Exactly. Like that's basically the whole idea. Like all of these commands, it's like their own instance. It has stuff that you can do inside that instance where you can copy stuff within. You can minimize. I don't know. You can do other things, maybe a command within a command. So it's like a little bubble. Like they're all in their own containers. And you can build out from there. I don't know. It's a dream. It's a dream. We're right now trying to get the bare basics of this to work. So we got to compile Godot right now, actually. So I think here, let me make sure these are saved. All right, let's compile, guys. Come on. Wait, where are we exactly? We are in Godot. All right, cool. We're compiling Godot. Give it a second. Let's do its thing. It's done. That's a lot faster. Why was it not building that fast earlier? Maybe it's because I'm sending it to all my processors and I have like 20 processors. Rather than before, I think I was probably just trying to compile the entire thing on one processor. Can I just run it like right here? Segmentation fault. Okay, you know what? Fine. We're just I'm just gonna pop it open. That should be it, I believe. I think. All right, let's open this up and see if it works. It doesn't work. Gosh, freaking darn it! It still doesn't say. It still doesn't know that terminal is. Yeah. I don't know. This is just so annoying. It just doesn't work. All right, maybe I'm just doing this wrong, right? Am I doing this wrong? How the frick do you compile things in Godot and actually get Godot to recognize your new modules that you create? Oh wait, what is this? What's going on here? Doesn't have a subcomponent. Oh yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Whatever. It's just stuff. Maybe. Wait. Oh wait. What's this? Parse identifier terminal not declared in the current scope. Failed to load script. GD main with error. Parse error. Okay. Okay. That's fine. What? Yeah, it's not making a terminal. Yeah, it's not making a terminal. But then again, wait, how does... Yeah, it's not sensing anything. I'm trying to see if it like can sense all my stuff, but it's not working. What do I do? What do I do? Can't get this freaking thing to work. To debug. And editor, open project setting, class list, search for terminal. Wait, project settings. Wait, project settings, class. Is class list a thing? Is it using the correct version of Godot? So what I was compiling from in my Visual Studio was, so this is Godot. Like I just literally downloaded Godot and I'm trying to like from GitHub, and I basically recompiled it, and it should have outputted to the main or bin. Yeah, this thing. Here, maybe it didn't compile correctly. I'm gonna delete this. Delete permanently. So bin is now empty. Let me recompile, because we found out that we can recompile pretty fast actually. And let's see this pop in the bin folder, right? There we go. See, so it is compiling, yeah. Yeah, it did build it. So it should have the new module that I made in Godot. It's kind of funny because I've never actually worked on somebody else's project, like compiled their project. This is the first time I've actually compiled somebody else's project and like trying to work with it. So this is completely new. Yes. So here, let me save and close out of this. So, this is Godot, literally the directory that I was I just compiled in. So when I compiled it, it sends the compiled Godot editor to this. So I'm now running what I just compiled, which includes my module scripts. So this is like the built, the compiled thing. So it should have my terminal class that I made. So you can have a terminal within Godot. But it's not finding it. So ChatGPT over here on the side, just for reference, I have ChatGPT on the side here trying to help me because I don't know exactly how this stuff works half the time. I understand roughly the idea and the theory of it, but I don't understand the specifics. Project settings. It says I can go to project settings. I can go to like project settings, class list. What the frick is class list? Advanced settings? Here, let's do advanced settings. Is class list a thing here? I don't see a thing called class list. Search for a setting. Class. No. List. No, this thing ain't working. Class. I don't know what I'm doing. Search for terminal. If it's missing, it means your module didn't register. Likely missing bind methods or class DB. Here, I'll bring this. So I'm missing bind methods or class DB register class terminal. Yes, give me that. Just see if it does help me with something. While it does that response, what do I want to look for? Is there something in here that I can see modules that I made or something like that? Because it says that there's it's giving me incorrect location to find the tools. So nah, I don't think it's globals. No, globals is for something else. I could build this as a plugin with GD extension. That is a thing I could technically do. Yeah, it gave me all the scripting to do it, so you can have methods. These are like the different methods that the Godot class would have. You'd start, read output, send input. So you start a shell, read output, and send input. And would it return? The main thing is that we need to make sure that this returns. Yeah, it looks like it would return something. Oh wait, no, this return. Yeah, see, it returns the output, and so we can parse the output for whatever we need. Build. It don't work. Let me close this up again. It's not doing what I want to do. I'm on an ultra wide screen, just saying. So if you see me like pulling windows over, it's because here I'll show you my ultra or half of my ultra wide, not even my full ultra wide. So this is like, so I have my OBS over here. There's actually over on the right side a whole nother section that has the actual stream output and everything. Ultra wides are pretty cool. I actually wouldn't recommend it though. They're just cool. Not recommended to use ultra wides. What do I do? Register types. Like, there's not like. I don't have. Whoops. I'm like typing in Mac commands because of freaking work at my work. I'm on a Mac. Yeah, I don't have any typos. I'm guessing these registered types is for like registering in a database and like a Godot database of like all the modules that it has access to. I'm guessing that's what those are for. But I don't know. Class DB terminal. Pragma once include modules module.a. Yeah, that looks. I don't know exactly how compiling in like a DB class works, but maybe it'd be cool. Just double checking. Just this is like copy and paste from like the AI. Of course, the AI might be wrong. I'm not really a pro at C++, so I don't know exactly what I'm supposed to be doing here. P underscore level. If P underscore level is not the module initialization level seen. Register terminal. Uninitialized terminal module. Okay. What the frick? Why this? What is this? Why is this airing? Dragon once. Pragma once. Core object.h. Yeah. Class terminal public object. GD class terminal object detected. Find methods. Read output, send input. Those are the two things we want. Or start, read output, send input. Those are like the two things we want. Alright, then. Here, let me like. That's including a few more things, but those shouldn't make a difference. Yeah, that shouldn't make a difference with any of this. What to do? What do I do with this thing? I don't know. We just want to get this thing to work. I'm in my Godot place, I am. It has a fatal right here. What's this fatal? Wait, we're... Are we compiling correctly with that compile command? I'm wondering if it's like not including certain things and thus it's breaking. If you later want export templates, you can build with blah blah blah. If you want just the editor with tools, no need to specify tools. Yes, because that's default. Why don't this work the way I want it to work? I just want this to work. Here, what if we just like created a new project? Maybe like, yeah, maybe it's something to do with just the project itself. So let's create a script or whatever. New script. Extends node. Oh, darn. Never mind. Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, this keeps giving me an error. You're seeing not declaring the kernel scope. It means your module never actually registered in the engine. C++ code is fine. The problem is almost certainly in the module setup or build process. Let's begin debugging. All right, yes, please let me debug. Yes, I have the file structure correctly. Right? Let me triple check, even though I know it's there. So you got terminals and modules, and that's under Godot. Yes. Confirm is wired. Must have exactly. Yes, it has exactly that. Yes. Yeah, we should be good. Godot automatically picks this up if it finds register types as it was in your module folder. Clean and rebuild. Escons. Oh, maybe that might be it. Maybe I just needed to clean it this entire time. Whatever cleaning does. I don't know how freaking compilers work. I took a class like 10 years ago. Did it just delete everything? What's it doing? Wait, what is this thing doing? What was all that removal? What was it doing? That was kind of scary. Oh, why is it compiling so fast? Because it kind of like pre-compiled and is building off of those pre-compiled things, and my thing might not have been in it. That could have been that could be a thing. That could definitely be a thing. Oh, let's see if this works. I guess it's gonna take a solid minute for it to compile. How's everyone's day doing? Everyone doing good? Everyone doing fine? What to do right now while it compiles. I guess while it compiles, why don't we play like a game of Osu or something like that? Is that ghosty terminal? Like it's a terminal. Don't know what you mean by ghosty terminal. Yes, it has it's a little bit opaque. Yes, a little opaque terminal. All right, while it compiles, why don't we like play a game of Osu? Yeah. and get copyright struck because... Oh gosh, that's loud. Or at least loud for me. It's probably not as loud for you guys. Alright, while that compiles, let's show you guys how crap I am at this game. How long is this level? 2 minutes? Let's go for it. Megalomania. Oh yeah. Uh-huh. We're so good at this game. Even though it's like super easy mode. No, the ghosty terminal, what are you saying? As a... Oh, I can't focus on this and read comments apparently. The name, terminal emulator. It might have GPU, no, it won't have a GPU acceleration. I'm trying to make it the most bare bones if possible, because like it shouldn't need GPU acceleration for my terminal thing. Shouldn't, but we'll see. Because I was almost thinking that maybe it could be kind of be cool to make it compatible with phones almost, maybe. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see. I'm doing this with a mouse, by the way. If you guys are Osu fans or no Osu, I'm not that good at all. I'm like a beginner. As you can tell, I'm actually not doing so good right now. I like game music, because I know game music you won't get copyright struck too much. Yeah, we're so freaking good at this. Not really. I'm failing so bad. You wanna know something? So, what kind of drove me to try to do this project is actually this game. Because there's an effect in this game that when you're typing text, and you click the backspace, it has like a really cool animation that plays on the characters when you click backspace. And I'm just like, I want that, but in a terminal. And I was looking up if you could do it. You kind of can, but not in the way it has it. So I'm like, I gotta build this myself now. Look at that. Horrible. Alright. Alright, let's see. Are we compiled yet? We're 64% compiled. Gosh darn it. Okay, what were you saying? Try It Ghosty is awesome. Written by Zigby. Ghosty is the name of a terminal emulator. Let me go look this up. Somebody built another terminal emulator. I probably should research other terminal emulators. Ghosty terminal. Let me see. Is it this thing? Oh yeah, somebody did show me this earlier. I never got it to work. It looks cool. Never got it to work. It is a very cool looking project. But yeah. I don't know. The things I want to do is not done by this. So it's not done by any terminal I've found so far. DNF install Ghosty. Fine. We'll do that. We'll here, give me a new one. Are we in dev? Dev tool, enter. So how do you do that? How do you do that thing? How do you do the dev tool thing? Yeah. Olama. Yeah, never mind. Okay. RPM tree. Ghosty. Install Ghosty? Is that how you do it? Oh, RPM OS tree. I'm in Fedora, so it doesn't let me do it or whatever. What? Isn't that how you do it? Yeah, I can't use DNF in my thing because it's a little bit... Oh, wait. Yeah, it don't work. Or at least Fedora is a little weird. Hey, it completed building. Woohoo! All right, guys, let's see if our thing works. For terminal history, it's awesome. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I can learn with terminals. All right, guys, please work. Just work, please. No, it don't work. Oh, it's not working. I don't know why it's not working, but it's not working. I'm trying to frickin' get this to work, but it don't work. I don't know why, but it don't work. Just frickin' yeah. All right, verify the editor. I do verify the editor. Sanity check. You can share the exact path where you put your terminal folder inside the Godot repo. Also, which branch of Godot did you clone? If the path branch is off, won't even see your module. Oh. I am building off master branch. Look up atwin. It will help with getting the commands faster. No, it's not that. It's, like I can come like as far as terminal like stuff. Like I know I can just do like history and see the stuff I need for history. It's just for some reason my history was not there. Like it, or was it there? I don't know. I feel like some of my history is not here for some reason. Don't know why, but it's not here. Yeah, I don't know why not all my history is there. Extends node. We want this to work. That was a very crappy copy and paste apparently. Oh, wait a minute. No way. Oh, darn it. I thought it wasn't giving it red there for a second, so I'm like, wait, maybe we're okay. Here, let me keep looking at this chat GPT and see if it's helping me out. So I'm building off master of Godot. Well, okay, that helps. Godot master, the module system changed a bit compared to other AAA with your register C++ project is still valid. If terminal isn't showing up, it usually means the module in its function is never being called. Well, it's locked down. Okay, oh, this is so annoying. Using GDScript, not C#, nice. Yeah, I like GDScript. It's very similar. Like it's almost exactly the same as Python with like a couple caveats, but like it's really easy for me to do, and I program Python like every day. That's my main job, my actual daytime job. In Godot Master, you need the exact signature. Okay, this ain't working, so let's save quit. Go back to our editor. So we need register types .h. We need the signature. Blah blah blah. We do have that. We need the register types file to be that, which is oh hey, debugging scripts. Debugging scripts are always nice. I know, like I think white space isn't really needed, right? In C++, I'm pretty sure. We just read something just a second ago that we don't need that. Like only string literals is where it gets all messy with stuff. Okay, return rebuild clean. All right, let's rebuild and clean, guys. We're rebuilding and cleaning. Gosh, this is being a pain in the butt. Run editor and check. Wait, this says I can. So when you start the file, look at the terminal output. If you see terminal module loaded, terminal was included, then in the editor project settings. I don't know where this is. This is not a thing in Godot. Like it keeps telling me to go here and check, but it is not a thing in Godot. So yeah. All right. Well, that compiles. Shall we play some more Osu? Let's play another Osu round. Let's do this. We gotta get something that we're not gonna get copyright struck on. I'm pretty sure we're gonna. Oh, Crab Rave. Oh wait, no, that's not. That's not. No, that's not Crab Rave. Where did Crab Wave go? Wait, group by. Darn, it's grouping by the whatever thing. Oh, where did Crab Rave go? There we are. We need hard mode. This is a hard song for some reason. See, you guys didn't know that we were gonna be gaming a little bit here. This is what you do. This is what developers do when they're compiling, right? Woo! Yeah, I'm getting so skilled here. I'm doing better over them before, I think. We're just compiling in the best way possible. Playing Crab Rave on Osu. In King Carpal Tunnel, we're doing it too. Ooh. Look at that. Did we beat our record? I think we did. I don't know. Got C ranking though. Lame. Alright, did we compile? Now we're still compiling. We need like a song that's a slight bit longer for that compile time. Just a slight bit longer. Maybe we can like go and look up some songs in Osu or whatever. Here, let me go and like check out Osu and like see if we can find something. I don't know. New release of Osu apparently. Here, let's browse. We need like copyright free songs. Is there like a section for copyright free songs? I want like copyright free songs. I don't know if there's a way to do a copyright free song. we just do like by... Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Wait, is this me plays or is this like other people playing? We're probably compiled, right? Now we're still at 72%. Bubble tea? Ooh, that's pretty cool. Let's try that. Did you play hard mode? Let's try normal mode because I'm not that good at this game. Did not look at how long a song is. Because we only need like a minute, really. Ugh. Focus is all we need. Just focus. Focus is all that we need. Oh, whoops. That just got me. Oof. C ranking. We're doing so bad. We're horrible at this game. Are we done yet? No, we're not even done yet. Frick. The bottom bar in the game is how long we are in the song, but except for my camera's covering up a bunch of it. Oh yeah, we're so good. All right, compiled. Yes, we compiled. See you next time. All right. So we compiled. We want to now run our compiled thing. Wait, handled crash. Cannot load X. Wait, what's going on here? Config cannot open shared object. No such file or directory. Cannot open shared object. No such file or directory. Can't load X cursor dynamically. What the fuck? Well, this didn't. Here, let me like. I don't know, because I could just open this from the one thing and it works. But I'm trying to like do what the AI tells me, because if I do what the AI tells me, it might be able to solve. Who knows? We don't know. Maybe it does. We're just gonna install a bunch of stuff. Okay, we opened it. Please work, please work, please work, please work. It doesn't freaking work. What's going on? Parse. Terminal not declared in current scope. All audio drivers failed. Falling back to dummy driver. What's going on here? I'm about to like call it this live stream. I can't figure it out this live stream. I'll have to go off stream and just figure this stuff out ahead of time or something like that. Alright, still. Since your term module is not being registered into Godot, since you're building off the master, let's double check the module file. I have tried this so many times, and it is just not doing. It's not doing this correctly. It's just not. It's not doing what I want. I want it to just work. Just flipping work. Build and reclean. At startup, you must see this in the console. If you don't see it, your module isn't being compiled at all. Wrong path for missing files. How to confirm inside Godot? Open editor, go to project, class. You gotta be freaking kidding me. This thing sucks so much. It's just not working. For one, the AI doesn't even know what's what. The class list is not a thing. It thinks it is. It's not. But it thinks. I even have advanced settings as checked. But yeah, it's just not wagging. Alright, let's pull out this thing. I'm getting so annoyed at this. It doesn't work at all. Please work. Please work. Please work. Bum, 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 bum. Well, I think we might just end live stream and I'll just do this off stream. Cause it ain't working. And compiling takes us all like 3 minutes for it to compile. Oh. I kind of wonder, what does our system monitor look like when we're compiling? CPU 100%, look at that. Delicious CPU 100%. Why is Helldivers still running? I don't know why that was still running. Did I even close out of? I didn't close this. Shall we close the live stream, guys? I won't, because I don't know. I'm getting tired and maybe I should go spend some time with my wife or something. I guess while this compiles, we can, like, I don't know, check out Steam and see what games we could play at some point. Not right now because we're compiling. That would be very hard on the computer to compile and play games. Ooh, it has Steam Fest of some sort. What's on Steam Fest? Civ 6 is dirt cheap. Other dirt cheap games. I think I hear my wife coming. Alright guys, thank you for watching. I'll see y'all on the flip side later.